GPT 4.5, the most powerful AI in the world, has just come out, and so I used it to create an AI cat meme generator. So why do this? I recently looked at a project that Niche Site Lady, a very well-known person in the niche site space, published, where she looked at a Facebook page that had grown its following to about 20,000 followers in a couple of weeks, basically by posting essentially meme images and asking people to like the page. So I actually duplicated that strategy with AI. I was getting likes for about half a cent each. My page is at about 18,000 likes as I'm recording this. Now, I found that the thing that people want to click on the most, the thing that gets the most engagement and could potentially earn me the most in the Facebook bonus program in the future, is cat memes. So I need cat memes at scale. And I turned to AI, specifically GPT 4.5, which just came out, and the Ideogram AI image generator to make that happen. So let's dive in and take a look at the script I wrote. So this is a Python script. If you're not a coder, just cover your ears for a couple minutes here. I'm going to just walk through quickly. It might still be interesting to you what's going on here. Basically, I'm using the GPT 4.5 API, and I'm handing it a prompt where I'm saying I want a list of 10 memes about, and I'm going to feed in any particular topic. Here I'm feeding in cats, but this makes it extensible because I could actually feed in anything and create memes about it. I have some instructions about what this should look like, specifically a description of the visuals as well as the text that we want to have overlaid on that, because usually memes are text and a visual, something funny. I tell the system that it is a very funny and sarcastic meme creator and humorist, so it knows what kind of stuff I'm going for. And I actually fed this prompt in manually through the ChatGPT interface. Then I took the initial responses from it and kind of honed them and got something I liked. Then I put it in here as the example data. So this gives it some examples of the kind of stuff that I am going for. And that's very helpful with that training data, essentially, to tell the model exactly what kind of memes to create. So I'm giving it a prompt, I'm giving it some examples, I'm telling it what it is, and it's using that 4.5 API, which is quite good at ideation, creativity, and humor, to create this list. And I'm returning it as JSON, JavaScript Object Notation, which is just a standard way to kind of deliver data between different parts of a program in a way that machines can read. So I'm outputting this. Then my next step is I break down each of those 10 memes into a separate text, essentially, and then I'm handing it off to the Ideogram API to actually generate the images. And I like Ideogram because it has a very good scriptable API. It's very easy to integrate with. It's also very good at handling text, which is, of course, very important with these memes. The text is key, and I can hand it even a sentence's worth of text, and Ideogram does a much better job than other AI image generators out there at creating that text accurately. So I'm handing it my meme description, some things to tune the model here, specifically that I want realistic images. I don't really want like an illustration. I want these to look like actual cats. So I'm handing that off. It's going to do its thing, create each of those from each of those 10 that I generated each time I run the script. And then it's just going to go ahead and create a new file name and save those out to my computer. So I can go ahead and run this. The only thing you're not seeing here is the API keys for each of those APIs. Those are hidden so that you can't steal them and use these to create a bunch of cat memes for free on my behalf. So here comes the output here. We've got the first piece. It's actually going to create the list of different memes. It takes about 45 seconds, I would say. It's not the fastest API out there. And then it's just going to iterate through and actually create each of these with Ideogram. Now that step takes probably about 10-15 seconds, depending on how much traffic that API is currently getting. So how does it do? The answer is actually quite well, I think. So here's one: the cat had a tough day of ignoring you, need a nap. That's pretty good. I think it's not the cleverest, but it would work on Facebook. Let's look at the next few. I see you've been Googling dogs again. Explain. The text is a little messed up, but you get the concept on that one. Gravity check complete. Yep, still works. It seems very cat-like. Again, it's generating these images. These are 100% AI. This is not, a stock photo or anything like that. So quite realistic. I like this one. Bowl is empty. Starvation imminent. Call 911. It definitely feels like something a cat would think. This is one of my favorite. Relax, Karen. I fixed your decorations. And there's a cat sitting on top of a fallen Christmas tree here with a little hat on. This would definitely perform well on Facebook. This one is a little bit more like avant-garde and out there. Saw a cucumber, barely escaped with life. And this wide-eyed cat looking at this cucumber. I love that this is something that's such a weird concept, but AI just effortlessly creates it. You don't have to edit this together or anything, or try to stage it. There's kind of some general meme-like ones when you walk into a room and forget why you came, and a cat looking confused in a room here. I like this neighborhood watch duty, day 237, squirrel still suspicious. So you can see the GPT-4.5, which is coming up with the concepts, does a really good job of coming up with stuff that is pretty funny. I mean, some of these are good. Some of them are a little lame. But, that's true of any meme. And I think posting these on Facebook, my guess is that a lot of them will probably perform pretty well. Because there's some that are a little more just sort of general and funny. There's some that are so specific to cats. And the visuals are great. I mean, you saw there was one example where it messed up the text. But it's got that meme-like text, the block letters, all caps, stark colors looking really well. And then the images in the background, the cats look extremely realistic, which I think is great. And again, Ideogram does a fantastic job with this, and 4.5 is pretty smart and pretty funny for an API, for something that's an AI-powered system. In terms of pricing on this, GPT 4.5 is a little bit expensive. I don't know exactly how much these runs are costing, but each set of 10 memes might be something like 30, 45 cents. Again, it's a pricey API. You could probably use a different model. And then each of these images costs 5 cents to generate through Ideogram. So each cat meme is probably, 5 to 10 cents, depending. And then I could post these on Facebook all day long, and through the bonus program, probably earn some significant money in the long term. I'm going to go ahead and post some and see how this works out. But again, this is extensible, so you could put in any topic and create memes with this at scale, as many as you want. I just did 10 to start, but you could create 100 or 1,000 in one click about any topic that you put into the system. If you enjoyed this or you found it interesting, please do subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I'll share all kinds of other cool ways to use AI.